Well, Camp Odyssey wrapped up its week at the Wicomico Day School with a bang, or should we say a squish?
Yeah, let's go with squish. Mud Madness is the most popular day at camp this year. They brought in a few highly talented mud makers to create the mud pit behind the school. Campers and a few faculty members as well jumped, swam, and played in the mud. Needless to say, there were probably, a couple of shirts that got ruined that day.
You know, my kids went to Camp Odyssey and they loved Mud Day. Mom, I don't know, but I was ready with the garbage bags. Well, as some summer programs begin to wrap up, many parents may be thinking about the upcoming school year. And for those looking for an alternative to public school, there's a lot to consider.
Things like curriculum, length of the school day, and even core values all vary from school to school. So Delmarva Life's Sean Stryker stopped by the Wicomico Day School to find out what sets it apart from the rest.
For the past 25 years, the Wicomico Day School has been providing a quality education to families around Delmarva.
Wicomico Day School, we do infants through 8th grade, and it is a strong traditional educational program that really focuses on a warm, nurturing environment.
That nurturing environment starts with a strong and intertwined curriculum.
The curriculum actually within the school year, from subject to subject, is connected. They may be studying the same thing in art as that they're studying in history. And it also, from year to year to year, builds on itself. So if a kid studies something in second, they might study that same thing in fourth, refer to it in fifth, and then study it again in 8th grade. It definitely is a building block.
A building block that goes far beyond a standard academic program. Mike says at Wicomico Day School, they realize the importance of a well-rounded student.
Whereas we not only really focus in and hone in on the basics like English and math, we also have a very rich art, performing arts program, visual arts, science, Spanish, and it ends up being a very content-rich and really enriching program for these kids.
Kids start with this type of instruction from the time they enter preschool until they graduate from the 8th grade. Throughout the years, students get to utilize all that the school has to offer in an effort to make the learning experience as effective as possible.
We do cover a really broad range of ages, and while we have an elementary wing, we have a middle school wing, and then we have a child care wing. And it's really neat how the kids can be separate and in their own areas, but also we do things like buddy time, where older kids are paired every year with a class of younger kids, so they get a chance to do some mentoring and to play with those kids and sort of have the understanding and that sense of social responsibility and that sense of community.
But the learning experience at Wicomico Day School is more than just learning. Mike says they not only help children develop as students, but as people too.
The fact that not only do we have a really great textbook kind of curriculum, but we also talk about manners, we talk about how you should act, and we talk about why you should treat other people the way you want to be treated and that you should do that.
Of course, the teachers are the driving force behind the school. Mike calls them the school's best asset. And with a 15-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, along with Wicomico Day School's longer school day, the students get to spend a lot of time with their teachers.
Our school days go, for school age, goes from 8 to 4:30. We do offer before care from 6:30, and we have aftercare that goes to 6 p.m. In addition to benefiting the kids, benefits working parents, families that have places to be and things to do, and need to drop off either earlier in the morning or after, or have their kids stay a little bit later and have a little bit of fun while they're here.
The fun doesn't stop when the school's out for the summer.
We go year-round if families need it. We start after Labor Day and finish before Memorial Day, but then we do have a summer program that goes on where we try to enrich kids and let them cut loose and have a little bit of fun.
Which allows the staff at Wicomico Day School to watch their students grow into successful adults.
It's really neat to not only see kids that are here from being a toddler and now being in college or even out of college, but to also see this year a teacher just told me this week about a parent that she had when that parent was 3. Now that parent's child is in her class again.
Interesting, huh? Now, one of the best ways to find out if a school is the right fit for your child? Pay a visit. The Wicomico Day School invites you to do exactly that and even lets you chat with your child's potential teacher.
I know a lot of former students from Wycomico Day School,
Yeah.
and it seems like a great place. Well, Jimmy, while we have school days on the mind, one of the most important things we as parents can do for our kids is to make sure they have a healthy lunch to eat. It can sometimes be difficult to pack something healthy that the kids want to eat. The creator of EasyLunchbox.com says that that's when you have to get creative.
You got to pack things that you know your kids will like. So the only way to figure that out is get them invested early. Kids love to go to the market with you and help you shop, talk about different food choices, go through pictures online, what looks good, try different recipes, and you know, you can pull a stool up to the counter and have your kids help you cut cucumbers or whatever, and the more that they're invested in it, the more they're going to enjoy what you're packing.
Another thing that doesn't take much time, Kelly says try using cookie cutters to make cool shapes out of sandwiches. Kelly says that will score you some extra cool points.
You can never have too many cool points. Well, from our kids' health to our hearing health, a lot of people in Delmarva go hunting on a regular basis. But have you ever wondered what that hobby is doing to your hearing? Up next, we're going to take a look and find out what some sportsmen are calling for to protect themselves.
And later, how many of you talk to your dog on a daily basis? Yeah, I must admit, I'm guilty. But do they really understand what you're saying? We'll dive into something called the Dog Project to find out. But first, we've talked before about how technology can help make our lives so much easier. Our friends from Sussex County Federal Credit Union say that's even the case when it comes to your banking needs. Here's Cherie with this week's tip.
On behalf of Sussex County Federal Credit Union, I'm Cherie Coleman with this week's Dollars and Cents tip. Gone are the days of rushing to deposit your paycheck before your bank closes. With nothing more than a smartphone or web-enabled device, members of Sussex County Federal Credit Union can simply snap and tap. Using the same security process that's used when traditionally depositing a check in the branch, Remote Deposit Capture allows you to confidently, safely, and securely deposit your funds. Simply snap a picture of the front and back of the check, then upload the check by tapping on your Sussex County Federal Credit Union online banking app, anytime, from anywhere. Together, we can achieve more.